Stop. Before you post that job description for a Cloud DevOps Engineer, consider a hard truth. Most hiring managers are getting it catastrophically wrong. They hire for a list of tools, a pile of buzzwords, or pedigree from a big-name company. This is the single biggest mistake, a silent killer of productivity, innovation, and morale. You are not hiring a Swiss Army knife. You are hiring a systems thinker, a flow accelerator, and a culture builder. Get this wrong, and you slow down the entire value stream from idea to customer. This 5-minute playbook gives you clear, compliant steps to assess candidates effectively. In 2025, the role has evolved. You need technical depth and strategic thinking. A great Cloud DevOps engineer masters trade-offs, speed versus safety, innovation versus stability. They see the system end-to-end, not just components. The right hire gives faster, reliable deployments and happier developers. You get more reliable systems and a competitive advantage. This role is not cloud server babysitting, it's building automated, resilient, observable systems. They find bottlenecks, eliminate constraints, and protect flow. They remove blockers so work moves from keyboard to customer smoothly. Think about your last hire. Did you focus on what they know or how they solve problems? A Cloud DevOps engineer is the bridge between devs who want speed and ops who need stability. Start with non-negotiable foundations. Deep, hands-on experience with a major cloud platform. AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. Ask them to describe an architecture they built and why they chose services. Infrastructure as code is essential. Terraform or Pulumi. Treat infra like software, version, tested, and auto-deployed. Containers, Docker, Kubernetes for orchestration and scaling. Observability matters, metrics, traces, logs, Prometheus, Grafana, APM, CI/CD mastery, Jenkins, GitLab CI, Circle CI. Pipelines are their product. Service meshes, ingress controllers, and auto-scaling are nice to have for complex stacks. Evaluate real work. GitHub contributions beat polished resumes. Use short, realistic take-home tasks or sandbox labs to test practical ability. Use structured interview scorecards to ensure fairness and evidence-based hiring. Leverage ATS features, anonymized screening, consistent rubrics, and audit trails for compliance. Focus on demonstrated outcomes. Reduce toil, faster mean time to recovery, and measurable pipeline improvements. Soft skills matter. Collaboration, empathy, communication, and problem solving. Look for evidence of empathy and the ability to bridge dev and ops. A curious problem solver asks why a system failed, not just how to patch it. Ask for stories. Behavioral and situational questions reveal how they operate. Example. Tell me about the most complex technical problem you had to troubleshoot. Walk me through your process. Probe for root cause, collaboration, observability use, and preventive actions. Weak answer, the DB timed out, so I increased the timeout. Strong answer, I traced requests with APM, collaborated with networking, found a misconfigured load balancer, automated the fix, and improved alerts. Score answers on evidence, what they did, why, and the measurable impact. Scenario, developers want a Friday afternoon deploy. The pipeline is risky. How do you handle it? Weak, I would just say no. Strong, understand urgency, assess risk, propose targeted tests, create a rollback plan, and align with product. This shows collaboration, risk management, and practical judgment, high signal behaviors to hire for. Assess motivation. Ask about times they removed toil or automated manual work. Strong answers show measurement of toil, a business case, a prototype, and team buy-in. They owned the problem end-to-end. That's the candidate you want. Where are great engineers hiding? Multi-channel sourcing is key. Top source #1, employee referrals, your engineers know the craft and culture. Top source #2, niche online communities and GitHub contributions. Real work beats resumes. Top source #3, targeted LinkedIn outreach to passive candidates. Personalize and build relationships. Use structured interview scorecards, standardized rubrics, and test tasks. Leverage ATS anonymization and audit trails to reduce bias and stay compliant. Combine skills tests with behavioral frameworks, but score evidence, not impressions. Pitfall: over-indexing on pedigree. A big-name resume, hands-on impact. Pitfall: rushing hires. A bad hire is costlier than waiting a few extra weeks. Pitfall: asking vague culture fit questions. That invites bias. Instead, align questions to core values and ask behavioral evidence-based questions. Involve your team, compare scorecards, and review gaps and growth potential. You're hiring a foundation to grow. Prioritize potential and alignment over perfection. Trust your process, resist rushing, and make the offer with confidence. Do this right, and you don't just hire an engineer. You hire a catalyst for positive change. If you need help now, subscribe and visit peopleteam.com/hiring to get a vetted pipeline fast. Subscribe for more hiring playbooks. Go build a better team.